Hi, I'm Leon Lovelace, and this is Unstoppable Force. I got a news story for you guys from The Intercept, and it's about the troubling past of the CIA's new deputy director. Okay, in May 2013, the Washington Post's Greg Miller reported that the head of the CIA's clandestine service was being shifted out of that position as a result of a management shakeup by then-director John Brennan. As Miller documented, this official, whom the paper did not name because she was a covert agent at the time, was centrally involved in the worst abuses of the CIA's Bush-era torture regime. As Miller put it, she was directly involved in its controversial interrogation program, and had an extensive role in torturing detainees. Even more troubling, she had run a secret prison in Thailand, part of the CIA's network of black sites, where 2 detainees are subjected to waterboarding and other harsh techniques. The Senate Intelligence Committee's report on torture also detailed the central role she played in the particularly gruesome torture of detainee Abu Zubaydah. Not sure I got that name correctly, sorry. It's pretty hard to pronounce. Okay, beyond all that, she played a vital role in the destruction of the interrogation videotapes that showed the tortures of detainees both at the black site she had ran and other secret agency locations. The concealment of these interrogation tapes, which violated both multiple court orders as well as demands of the 9/11 Commission and the advice of White House lawyers, was condemned as obstruction by Commission chairs Lee Hamilton and Thomas Keaton. Special prosecutor and grand jury investigated those actions but ultimately chose not to prosecute. That CIA official's name, whose torture activities the Post described as Gina Haspel, today, as BuzzFeed's Jason Leopold noted, CIA Director Mike Pompeo announced that Haspel was selected by Trump to be the deputy director of the CIA. This should not come as much of a surprise given that Pompeo himself has said he's open to resurrecting Bush-era torture techniques. Indeed, Obama CIA Director John Brennan was forced to withdraw from the running in late 2008 because of his support for some of those tactics, only to be confirmed in 2013. That's part of why it was so controversial that 14 Democrats, including their Senate leader Chuck Schumer, Dianne Feinstein, Sheldon Whitehouse, and Tim Kaine, voted to confirm Pompeo. That Haspel was the actual subject of the 2013 Post story was an open secret. As Leopold said after I named her on Twitter as the subject of that story, all of us who covered CIA knew. She was undercover and agency asked us not to print her name. Gina Haspel is now slated to become the second most powerful official at the CIA despite, or because of, the central, aggressive, sustained role she played in many of the most grotesque and shameful abuses of the War on Terror. So this is a big fucking problem. Because since she doesn't have to get confirmed, she's automatically going to be at this position. And a lot of this is because of fucking Obama. Obama didn't get these torture reports to say, you know what? We're not going to torture nobody anymore. I'm going to go and prosecute every single top person that was in charge of torturing people. You did not protect these people to make sure they had their due process. What you did is just automatically assume that they were guilty and started torturing them. That's grotesque and that's inhuman. We're not doing that shit. You're going to fucking jail for this. He didn't do none of that shit. So of course, now that just guarantees that maybe some people will do it in the future. So hopefully it doesn't come to that soon, but since he didn't put him in jail, especially people like Gina Haspel, who was in charge of this shit, this is going to cause a lot of problems because we all know Trump said that he wants to bring back waterboarding, a lot worse shit than that. So he's for torture. Mike Pompeo is for torture. And then 14 Democrats said that was just fine. They have no problems with people being tortured just because. So this is a fucking disaster. So a lot of these corporate Democrats got to fucking go. Oh, then also don't forget that Obama was also behind these drone strikes and just killing a whole shitload of civilians. And he bombed He bombed a hospital sometime in 2016. So if somebody wants to really clean the shit up, he'd go to fucking jail too. Him and his administration, because he's done some war crimes too, and this shit's got to go. All right, check me in one of my next videos.